PMH and the Ram Memorial Hospital set for a major facelift, a modernization of the prison facilities, and a Bahamian set to play in the NBA Finals. Good evening, everyone. I'm Leah Cooper with your Jcn News for this Tuesday, July 6th. The Ram Memorial Hospital and the Princess Margaret Hospital in line to receive major upgrades as the Public Hospitals Authority and construction company, the Beck Group, signed a $90 million contract for the expansion and upgrading of health infrastructure in these two hospitals. Minister of Health, Renward Wells, was present for the signing.
Today, with the execution of two contracts, Beck Group will once again lend its expertise to planning, designing, and constructing a multi-story tower on the premises of the Princess Margaret Hospital. The multi-story tower will house maternal and child services and medical and surgical and clinical areas. In Grand Bahama, a new multi-story tower for inpatient care and auxiliary services at the Ram Memorial Hospital is also planned. I am pleased to note that once again the Beck Group will utilize the top Bahamian talent available for the architectural and engineering components of these projects.
According to Minister Wells, local contractors in New Providence and Grand Bahama who meet requirements will be selected through a fair, transparent, and fully accountable process. The expansion of the Ram Memorial is valued at approximately $30,600,000, while PMH's expansion is estimated at a capital cost of $55 million. PHA Director Mary Lightbourne Walker spoke to what this contract means for PMH.
It is a landmark in the provision of health care for the females of our nation and the children. For many years, we've been battling with the constriction of space for maternal and child health services within the Public Hospitals Authority and indeed the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. So this is a milestone in the history of the Princess Margaret Hospital and indeed the country. It is very important for us to take care of the mothers of the nation as well as the children. Thanks.
While the expected start date is between 7 to 8 months, completion of these expansions are aimed between 24 to 30 months. Director of the Public Hospitals Authority, Mary Lightbourne Walker, fiercely defending the reputation of the Princess Margaret Hospital this morning during a contract signing between the PHA and the Beck Group for the expansion of health infrastructure at PMH. Mrs. Walker was faced with questions about what the PHA is doing to address the stigma of receiving care at PMH.
The Princess Margaret Hospital and indeed the Public Hospitals Authority is committed to the improvement of our human resource persons employed. As a part of the urgent care project and the critical care project over the years, we have enhanced the performance of our employees through training and continual training. All of the training that we carry out is focused primarily with the project that we are doing. So with critical care, we focused on the training for critical needs of persons like intensive care and the neonatal intensive care, and all of the support services that are provided within that block. In the accident emergency redevelopment that is ongoing at the present time, those staff would have started their training processes approximately 6 months ago to coincide with when the project will be completed.
Director Lightbourne Walker assures that as PMH expands, the Human Resources Department will be enhanced through continuous training. She also had this message for the public.
We, I believe, in the Bahamas have very confident employees in respect to all of the cadres of healthcare, whether they are physicians, nurses, allied health professionals of the lab, diagnostic services, bring the best to the table. We will continue to support them in their studies and enhance our production of quality patient care.
The government's seeking to borrow 20,000 additional doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And here's Health Minister Renward Wells on the discussions.
There is discussions, and we are supposed to get our doses of AstraZeneca from the COVAX facility on July 22nd. I believe the Prime Minister would have also spoken to that. But in lieu of that, we're also looking to secure some vaccines from others as well.
The health minister also assured that the Bahamas is not going to stop its vaccination program and that it would do whatever is necessary within the confines of the health environment globally.
Caribbean countries are cooperating together. So where there is a nation with increased uptake of vaccine and a country where there is available vaccines that are not being readily used, there's discussions as to how you can move it across borders according to WHO rules, which in the case of, I think it was Antigua and Barbuda, as the Prime Minister spoke to, we got 5,000 doses from Antigua and Barbuda, of which when we receive our tranche, our doses from COVAX, we will give back to Antigua and Barbuda as they are needing those doses from Antigua and Barbuda.
The country is also close to receiving doses of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine through two different tracks. That's through the Caribbean Public Health Agency, or CAFA, and through direct communication with the United States, which is expected to donate vaccines to the region through CARICOM. And the Ministry of National Security continues to make inroads in rehabilitating inmates once released from prison. According to the Minister of National Security, his ministry is in the infancy stages of building a new modernized prison facility. Here's Laurencia Smith with that story.
Minister with responsibility for national security Marvin Dame says that there are plans in the works to build a new modernized prison facility to help with the rehabilitation of offenders. Just before the weekly cabinet meeting on Tuesday morning, the minister shared with reporters that rehabilitation cannot be addressed without looking at the entire picture, which includes the welfare of prison officers and the inmates.
We have established a committee. I would have met with that committee just last week. And so we're looking at the possibility of presenting to Cabinet at some point a public-private partnership arrangement that will see the construction of a new modern facility that would, I will be able to accommodate somewhere between 300 and 500 inmates.
Under the minister-led administration, special attention has been placed on the expungement of criminal records. Minister Dame says that the prerogative of mercy met last week, adding that the committee is reviewing upward to 200 applications a week.
You know, when we came in, I think there were close to about 1,700 inmates being housed at Majesty's Prison. I think the number is now down to 1,200. Okay, just a little over 1,200. So that's an indication that we're doing the best we can to ensure that only those who are supposed to be there are there.
Meantime, upgrades to the Bahamas Department of Correction continues in different areas at the facility, in particular maximum security, which Minister Dame notes has been neglected for a number of years.
Maximum security facility, and we know the condition at maximum security that was beyond substandards, and we have been able, through the leadership of the commissioner and his team, to modernize a number of the wings within maximum security and continue to do so. We, under the Citizen Security and Justice Program, upgrading the workshop that will enable inmates to continue to grow skills and bringing in new technology and machines. There are upgrades going on throughout that prison.
I'm Laurencia Smith for Jcn News.
You're watching Jcn News. Stay with us.